All right, this next video is going to be all about Blendermarket. So Blendermarket is a great place if you want to be able to go and just kind of search for anything Blender related. There's thousands and thousands of different things on Blendermarket, whether you're looking for materials, models, anything. So let's say that you wanted to be able to learn some training stuff, and you could actually just type in Blender, go to training, and it's going to give you all different courses. So I have this one phenomenal course, and very long, so you have to have a lot of time, but this is a really good one. This is another really good one with procedural training. This is another one that I've done. As you notice, CG Cookie. You see a lot of the same names through these videos, but they're really good that are on here. Creative Shrimp is one that does a ton of different things. So I highly recommend them. CG Cookie, Jan Sculpts, once again, something that we saw over on Gumroad. And then, there's a lot of different space ones on here. So many different tutorials. This is another one through CG Cookie I'm going to be doing if you want to be able to make guns. Hard assets are really good if you want to do games. So being able to make like guns and weapons and tools and all sorts of stuff for games are really good. A lot of sci-fi stuff, but as you can tell, there's pages and pages and pages, and I highly recommend, go to the farther pages, because when you start looking at the farther in pages, like there's stuff that you don't see on all the other websites. Some of them, like you see like the stuff 3D Tutor here, but it's really good. Ryan King R, I'm going to talk about him when I go through YouTube. Awesome, awesome, awesome for training. He's one of my favorites of all the different platforms. When you go through and you look at all the different stuff, like anything that you want to do, it can teach you. Okay? So this is something it'll go forever and ever and ever. So they have ones about character creation with being able to model and sculpt. They got ones for Unreal Engine on here as well. Just all sorts of stuff. So highly recommend come through Blendermarket and do this. You also, so let's say you don't want to be able to do training and you're looking for being able to do surfacing and texturing and everything else, you can actually come in here and buy a lot of this stuff. So this is good. Like, let's say you don't want to be able to buy all the individual stuff, and this is probably one I would recommend more than anything, and that's Ryan. So Ryan King Art, he's the one on YouTube, which I'll talk about. He'll train you on how to do these, but he has so many. And for 75 bucks, you get his for life, meaning anytime he adds new ones, you're going to get access to it. So that's one, if you have a chance to buy it, it's worth it. His are some of the best I've ever seen. Brushes are really important. So you can see like the game dev does these. Okay. Skin brushes are really good. The brushes for clothes are really good. Water shader, like there's so many different things. Like if you want to do something but you don't have time to learn it and you need it for a project you're working on and you know how to do other stuff, you can go through and do this. Wood sculpting brushes, like you could spend a fortune on all this stuff. So you don't have to spend all this money, but it does help. It makes it a lot easier. So if you want to be able to do a lot in a short period of time, you can do a lot of this stuff that's going to save you time, effort, and everything else. Not going to save you money, but it's going to save you time and effort. But yeah, just something super helpful. Now, what I would say is the best thing to do when you're coming on here, if you're newer, is start with the tutorials. Buy a tutorial or two, learn how to do it. This one looks really cool, and look at this, $2, and it just shows you the fake caustics. Caustics is just like the light coming through the water and changing shape as it hits the bottom. But anyway, so they have so many different ones on here, but start with the tutorials, and then when you find something that you need, come back on here and get it. Don't go and buy a bunch of stuff all at once, because it might be tough unless it's just some textures, just to save yourself time because you haven't learned texturing yet. But fantastic website, highly recommend it. Make sure you're a member on this one, or not a member, it's a free website, but make sure you sign up so that you can get access to it, and enjoy Blender, and good luck.